Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again. That's right, we're playing this all up. We're playing all into the character because it's UFC 322 fight week. Not to be forgotten is the 173 card. We can't forget about that. Or all the other regional promotions that are having events as well. Got to stretch out these headphones. We got to get back in the groove of things here. We got the whole new setup. We're getting fancy up in here. We got all kinds of graphics and mess. I don't even know what I'm doing, but we're going to try it nonetheless. We're giving this a big time shot, but regardless, we're going to keep this thing moving right along. We'll keep it quick. We'll keep it brief. We'll keep it easy to follow. Keep it clean like a real deal show. And that means, first and foremost, we got to catch up on some news. We got to catch up on some of that big breaking news. Of course, the biggest today was probably the Jake Paul Anthony Joshua news. Yeah, we're getting right into the deep end here. We're not taking a break whatsoever. Now, it's in the works. It's not confirmed, but this is the exact kind of thing that I predict Jake Paul would want to do. I mean, why not? Massive fight, massive name, Anthony Joshua. We all know who he is. Why not do it? Let's fix up the camera there. That way you're not staring down at my crotch. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Let me know out there how things are looking, how things are sounding, because we're still rolling along. I mean, we got this little graphic here. I don't even know how to get rid of it, but anyway, back to things. Mike Coppinger, of course, he's a little bit compromised because he's in with Turkey Al Sheikh. Of course, they're not going to give everybody a fair shake, a fair rub over there in the Middle East. But I don't know. December, Netflix, pay-per-view. I don't know what's going on. It's probably going to be Netflix, probably going to be Miami. I'm just talking out of my ass because I don't follow boxing like that, nor do I really care what's going on. But I just want to see Jake Paul get knocked out for knocking out all my favorite fighters. Not really. He's barely knocked out anyone except for, I don't know, Ben Askren, right? Who did he knock out? Basketball player. Finished Tyron Woodley back in the day. Other than that, who really cares? But I want to know what's going on with you guys. How are you guys doing tonight? Wednesday night. Couple of days. Couple of sleeps out from. That's right. Just a few sleeps away. Jake's going to pull out of that one. You think we're going to make that fight and then pull right out of it? Dave, you're probably not crazy for that one. I don't think so. I don't think you're crazy at all for saying that. But I will say, this is what he needs to do. There's no going back once you take on a heavyweight fighter like an Anthony Joshua or Francis Ngannou. I mean, Francis has been in the mix. I don't know. Gonna be wild. Gonna be crazy regardless of how they spin it. But you know what? If he pulled out of it, much like the Tank Davis fight, there's the rumor swirling around, Dave, that he may or may not have legitimately pulled out of that one. Of course, he's using the excuse that Tank, the serial woman beater, is back at it again. I mean, who's shocked there? Nobody. He says that, we don't do that as a company, as a policy. We don't like to follow that stuff. We don't work with people like that. Well, you knew his history, so what was it? Did you get scared? Were you scared of losing to the small man? Tank Davis, about 5'1", maybe 4'8". I'm not so sure exactly, but anyway, that's probably all I got on the Jake Paul situation. Dave, unless you got something to add to the conversation, I'm going to move right along. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff to cover today. We're going to hit it all pretty quick. I mean, I have a couple of videos out there. I worked on a couple of shorts today on the old cell phone, but people knew about his domestic abuse allegations. Exactly. They're just allegations. We all knew about this. There wasn't anything shocking at all, let's be honest. Nothing shocking at all. We all knew. We know the history. We know what's going on with Tank. Tank was going to retire after that fight anyways. That was the rumor, right? That was the rumor. I got my comments. It says they're going to show up on stage. We'll see if they do. I don't know what's going on, Dave. But I read you. I see them. I'm reading it. All right, again, got a bunch of events coming down the pipe this weekend. We got Eternal early on Friday. We got one Friday morning fights early as well. Let's get rid of that little thing we got here. Yeah, go away. Go away, bug. We got Z Fight Night 3 on Saturday early morning. We got UAE Warriors, Cage Warriors following that right up. LFA on Friday night, One Championships. Got a card Sunday morning right after the UFC pay-per-view. But Netflix is more family-friendly. But if it was pay-per-view, it would have happened. I mean, I think that's what they're trying to go. I mean, well, if you're talking about the Tank Davis, that was what was going to happen. Things fell apart. Whatever happened there. Again, we just talked about that. But it looks like maybe it'll be Anthony Joshua, but like you said, Dave, maybe he'll pull out, maybe not. I don't know. My comments are supposed to be showing up here, but I don't know if they are for you guys. You guys let me know. Dave, let me know if you're still hanging around out there. But anyway, we'll keep it moving right along. Let me pull up some of this stuff. We're running short on time here tonight, fellas, so pardon me. I mean, probably the second biggest news of the day or yesterday or whenever this came out was, of course, this image. I mean, the only thing I can really say, Ralph Fuccio, shout out, brother. This weekend is going to be explosive. Ralph Fuccio, if you're referring to this image of Tracy Cortez, then, hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for being explosive this weekend, but what else is going on? I'm balls deep in the fight game. I mean, yes, it's all about the seriousness of the fight game. Tracy Cortez, her fight with Erin Blanchfield, that's right, I did remember. Don't you guys shame me one bit. I'm not distracted by this in any way possible, but I mean the fight, you know, a real grappler versus a real fighter in Tracy Cortez, right? She's going to go do her thing. She's going to get all over me, maybe Erin Blanchfield as well. She's going to get all over her. I mean, Brian Ortega's sloppy seconds pass. I mean, Dave, I mean, they say Brian Ortega's a good-looking guy. I don't see it, but she's not too bad. Anyway, so the uniforms, you know, we can inspect the uniforms, get a real close look at this. I mean, we could zoom in, but why zoom in when you can get the full picture here, fellas? Yeah, that'll about do it. I mean, we can keep leaving that up there, but I mean, we got some other serious news. I mean, this is pretty darn serious. This fight, I mean, epic proportions. I mean, you could throw this right in the co-main event. You know, I wouldn't be upset with that either. So I can't help but talk about this fight. I mean, it's a massive fight. I mean, fight. Yeah. Anyway. What else happened today? Brandon Royval. He said, we got some Hunger Games shit going on at the UFC White House card. To fight in front of them seems like the Hunger Games. I don't care to fight in front of a bunch of billionaires who couldn't care less about me. I want to fight in front of people that are fans of MMA and can't relate to me. Now, again, I made a quick little video about this. Had a couple of minutes to spare here and there during the day. I said, you know what? As big as this UFC event, as awesome as it could be, as big of a spectacle as it could be, it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of people in attendance. They're going to have to vet everybody. The president's involved. Other foreign people are involved. Dictators, they're like, I don't know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think it's cool that they're doing the White House card. I think it's going to be potentially epic if they do it. Hopefully it's cool. But again, I don't think he's making a political statement. I know some people on one side are saying, oh, this was terrible. Oh, this is against blah, blah, blah. And then the other side's like, oh, I love this. He's so great. He's all my way. Is there a way to call in? Dave, I'm afraid I'm running the show, but I appreciate the comments. I don't know how to do it. Maybe one day. For now, I got to run through this real quick. Otherwise, we'd be talking for like 5 or 6 hours. Now the White House is for Trump's ego. I mean, that's the thing, man. It was supposed to be for the 4th of July, 250th year anniversary, huge epic card, right? I'm like all in on that. And then it becomes the week before on June 28th, and then it becomes for the 14th, which is, I guess, Trump's birthday. And then it becomes maybe potentially January, February, March. I don't know what's going on. I think it's going to be cool if they can pull it off. If it happens, I'll believe it when I see it. But again, I don't think Brandon Royval's making a political statement here at all. I know everybody's like, oh, Dana White's political. That's the other news the last couple of days. It's for his birthday. I don't know if it's happening then. I don't know. The latest was that there's a rumor going around it's going to be earlier in the year whenever they can get some foreign dignitaries to come sit in on it. That's where the Islam Makhachev fight could play into effect there. They're waiting to see. Dana White's pulling his hair. I don't know. Listen, if you're a real fighter, Brandon Royval strikes me as a pretty realistic dude. Maybe he knows that he's not going to get on the card. Maybe it's this thought out. And that, you know what? He goes, well, why fight in front of 1,000 people and a couple people that don't even care about fights when I can go fight in front of 20,000 fans, 22,000 fans, 18, 19, 17,000 fans that really want to be there, that paid their hard-earned money to be there. Not these $1,000, $2,000 tickets that only local DC residents can pay for, or really rich people, or people that are only planning to do this. Anyway, that's not political. I don't think so either, Dave. I know some people are trying to pull him one way or the other. Dana White is pulling his hair because the UFC White House card, it's expensive. Look it up. Oh, this is going to be expensive as hell. I hope they pull it off. I think it's huge for the UFC. I think it's huge for MMA, just for pushing it to the mainstream. Again, everybody's very upset about the whole politicization of it. Listen, sports are ingrained. Politics, let me back it up. Politics are ingrained in every sport, okay? It's the fact, okay? ESPN was having their way a couple years ago. I mean, they were really heavy-handed in this shit. NBA, very heavy-handed. They're very pro-China. And again, like, whatever. If you're Chinese out there watching this, I welcome you. We're not talking about politics. We're not getting into fucking politics here. Every sport has its politics, okay? There's people in charge that have ties to the government, that have ties to the business world. It just is what it is. Just to replace the lawn after the event is $700,000. I think I heard that somewhere as well, Dave. So good. Let's keep that in mind, everybody. $700,000 just to replace and help keep that lawn growing nice, lush, and green. I mean, it is the White House, after all. It is the capital of the country. Got to make it look nice 24/7, right, Dave? So I'm with you there. I'm excited for this White House card if they can pull it off. But again, that is politics aside. Don't even try to drag this. I don't think Brandon Royval is trying to make a political statement. I think people are just going to try to drag him one way or the other because they feel very strongly about this. Dana White has his political leanings. Now, I don't think that what he said earlier this week, he says, I'm not very political. Well, you're going to get roped into politics when your friend is the president, and obviously when you make donations to anybody. But no, I don't think Dana White strikes me as far right. Okay, let's be honest here. If you got common sense, whatever. Again, we're not talking politics here, but he's a very, like, middle-of-the-road average guy. Doesn't really know much. I find him to be a big, dumb, stupid jock, so whatever. I don't fucking care, man. But people trying to label everybody this, label everybody that, just shut the fuck up. Just leave it alone. Listen, we can leave that on the outside. We're here to talk about fights, so we're going to keep doing that. Anyway, Dave brings up a good point. Going to be expensive. Well, he's not going to be on the card anyway, so exactly, Dave. That's what I'm saying. So does it really matter? No, not really, but it's going around. People are trying to make big news of it. I mean, we've got this that we can, we could just talk about this. I mean, the greatest fight of all time, potentially here, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. We could just talk about that all night if you want, but we won't do that to you. We won't do that to you. What else happened today? Oh, John Jones, of course. He's pining for a White House card. I mean, what other fighter would you rather have than John Jones on the White House? I mean, this guy just screams American patriot to me. A real nice, humble guy who beats his wife. I mean, okay.
In the summer of 2026, America turns 250 years old, and I couldn't be more proud to call myself an American. I love this country, the people, the promise, the fight. This nation was built on courage and conflict, on belief that we could take on the biggest, the boldest, and come out victorious. That's how I've lived my life. I can't help but think, what a better way to celebrate America's fight than for its best fighter to put it on full display. To remind the world who we are, not just a country of words, but of warriors. Maybe somewhere iconic, or maybe on a certain someone's lawn. All I know is I'm fueled up, fired up, and ready. God bless the United States of America, and God bless the fighters who carry its spirit.
All right, John, we get it. You're trying to keep up to Donald Trump, your best friend. I don't know why he's doing it. Probably to gain some kind of pardon, because eventually the hammer's going to drop on this dude. I mean, come on. Dana White won't do it. This is going to be their backup plan if Conor McGregor can't make it. So, Dave, I wouldn't rule it out too quickly, but I sure hope not. I don't really care to see John Jones ever fight again, to be honest with you. Speaking of favors, Bo Nickel, also in the news today. Let's see what he has to say, because he's been catching a lot of flack. Now, I saw something today. Listen, I don't scroll on TikTok. I don't scroll on Instagram. I don't really scroll on Twitter a whole lot. I browse on there every once in a while when I got to post stuff. That's pretty much the extent of it. I like to look at the memes on Twitter. I like to do the meme cap recaps on Saturday nights after the cards. But Dave, you're right. Overrated. But I hope that he can continue to grow as a fighter. Got a great wrestling foundation, great wrestling base. If he can get the striking beyond a jab overhand, then, I mean, we're back in business here. Rodolfo Vieira is no easy task. His striking has actually looked pretty darn good the last couple times out. I mean, look, we're talking about politics, and there is 2 Republicans right there on my trending page for whatever reason. I literally don't look at anything but fights. Leave all the politics out of my Twitter feed. Back in Miami, it's cold out. Productions! We arrived, brother. We're here. We're live. That's all he is. That is literally all he is. Anyway, he's been catching a lot of flack. I was scrolling on TikTok, and the first thing I see pop up is something about him and some other politics stuff. Like, just leave these fuckers alone. Like, that doesn't mean that they suck as fighters. Just, like, John Jones, I can't stand the dude. But come on. I can't disregard the fact that he was once a great fighter, and he's a sick fighter. Not really anymore, but come on. Like, Ian Gary, I can't stand the dude, because I think he's a weirdo and a creep, but he's a great fighter, technically speaking, from a point fighting perspective. Nicaragua had a great time in Jen Ortega. Yes, Productions, we were talking about your travels, man. Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, best places I've been. Absolutely. Sounds like it. I mean, we were taking a look at those the other day. Jones is a great fighter, bad person. Exactly. We're all common sense here, Dave. John Jones sucks as a person, but he's definitely the GOAT. Debatable there, Dave, but I'm with you. I understand the sentiment. Ian Gary. Again, I can hate the person, but acknowledge he's a good fighter. I see a lot of these TikToks, a lot of these idiots on TikTok when I scroll through when I'm posting shit, and they're like, look at this dude and his politics, and he's going to fucking lose. I don't know if Rodolfo Vieira can beat Bo Nickel, okay? Ian Gary going to smash Muhammad. Productions, you've been on this train the whole time. Now, I think Bilal Muhammad could beat him. I think I'm rooting for him. I'm not a big Bilal hater. I know a lot of people out there hate Bilal, but Ian Gary's a lot faster. Just remember, Islam doesn't have the chin of Muhammad. This is true. This is true. Bilal Muhammad would beat Ian Gary. Dave, I'm with you on that one, brother. Anyway, all right, we've been rambling long enough. Let's get to Bo Nickel. Let's see what he had to say. Getting humbled a bit last time out against Ranier de Ridder.
But when you look back on your first few years in MMA, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently? When you look back at the fights against Craig, or you look back at some of your first few opponents, do you wish you did any of that different?
I think that the only thing I would do differently is, I made a pretty arrogant comment on Ariel Helwani the first time I went on that, of course, I would be on the main card. So a lot of people have given me a lot of flack for that. And it finally, your guys' wishes were fulfilled. So be headline the prelims. So congratulations, everybody. But no, honestly, everything I would do is I would do the same, and I'm grateful for it.
But when you look back on your first few years in MMA, is there anything that you wish?
I don't know, Western Mass. It's just an option that I saw. Let me know what's going. Give me a little more detail on that. Doesn't work for the chat. What do you mean by that, Western? I'd appreciate the insight, because I don't know if the chats are even popping up at all. But I'm reading them for what they are. If Bo Nickel loses, he go into the PFL. I mean, might as well. He would actually spice up the divisions over there. Spoke too soon, but whatever. Ian looked fast as fuck against Protez. Right, he looked fast. Not as dangerous, but he looked fast. Western Mass, I need some more information, brother. I'm just trying this for the first time. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this is. I got a vertical and I got a horizontal. I don't know the specifics. I don't know how this is working exactly. Anyway. Alrighty. What else we got, fellas? What else we got cooking out there? Should we look at the card? I mean, do we want to look at the card, or are we just going to discuss the news tonight? You guys let me know. Again, this is your show. This is my show. We're all here together, working together. Carlos going to take Leon out. I think so, too. Spinning elbow. Watch out. Carlos hurt Ian in the 5th round. Dude, that 5th round was bad. Had him crawling around on the floor like a baby. Brian Barberena hurt Leon Edwards badly. That was a fun fight. Brian Barberena has some freaking bangers back in the day. Vicente Luque, Brian Barberena. Woo. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Alrighty. Sorry this was last minute, fellas. What else we got? Well, speaking of PFL, AJ McKee got signed to the PFL again. Luque smashed him at the end. This is true. AJ McKee re-signing. You have two separate streams running with two separate chats that cannot interact with one another. The chats are combined for you, but completely separate on YouTube for viewers. Weird. Productions, I'll try to pull them up. Hopefully they show up on both of them when I do. That kind of sucks, Western. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that at all. Maybe we'll just go back to one or the other. What do we think, fellas? Vertical or horizontal? What do you guys like? What else you got on your mind? My mind, I mean, all these cars. I mean, I could talk for hours about this. I just don't have the time to do it. Doesn't matter who wins. Kazakhstan will dominate everybody. Kazakhstan. Oh, Luke in his prime was the best, man. Dude, he was very fun, I will say. Still a fun fighter. Still a fun fighter. Anyway, AJ McKee. A couple years ago, signed that big deal with Bellator. He's been with Bellator. Now he's moved into the PFL, right? He has not been anywhere from amateurs all the way up to the World Championship, and now where he's at today. Where's Rakhmonov? Oh, my goodness, we've been wondering that the entire time. I mean, he's looking jacked. I saw a picture of him. Dude's looking in shape. Question is, when's he going to get back to fighting? They're saying January, February. Let's hurry that one up. I mean, who's he going to fight in the return? Joaquin Buckley or a winner of one of these big fights over the next couple of weeks? Maybe a Bumfim even. Maybe he's launched himself into that position. Ian Gary, biggest accomplishment, losing to Rakhmonov. Ooh, yes, sir. Leon Edwards absolutely roasting the shit out of him. I got to be honest. I'm not a big fan of Leon, but that interview he did with Ariel back on Monday, I highly suggest you give it a watch. That really improved his stock in my mind. Really great stuff from Leon. Very humble, very down to earth. I like Bilal actually, but I think Ian will head kick. Ooh. I don't know about that. I don't know, man. Anyway, so I've wanted AJ McKee to come over, but the last couple years, you know, I think of the fight with Spike Carlisle. Anybody out there knows who Spike Carlisle is, drop it down in the chat, because Spike Carlisle is an absolute fucking dog. And AJ McKee went tooth and nail with this guy. Spike Carlisle, not an easy guy to put away, but also not really that good. And the last couple fights that AJ's had, some of the opponents have been so-so. I've been a little bit worried about what I'm seeing. Maybe getting a little bit lazy, a little bit lackadaisical. AJ McKee is washed. Now, washed is a strong word, Dave, but I understand the sentiment. And listen. He might be. A little bit washed, a little bit lazy, a little bit laid back. You know what? PFL, Bellator, I got some easier matchups here. It's not as tough, not as difficult to fight through the fire. I'm not trying to disrespect the guy, but from these last couple performances, it's been like, all right, you're winning, but it's not very impressive. I mean, how do you smoke Patricio Pitbull like that and then you kind of fall off the wagon? Thoughts on Patchy Mix MMA future? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Patchy Mix, man. I don't know. I'm really worried about the guy. I don't know if he can win a damn fight in the UFC. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's an injury that he's been covering up. Maybe it's something he needs surgery on. I don't know. But this guy's not looking the same. He used to backpack and choke out everybody in Bellator. Bellator talent get to UFC too late except Eddie Alvarez. I mean, Patricio was so damn good. I mean, he came over and he's probably top 10, top 15 guy. But Dave, Aaron Pico was beating up on the arguable number one contender, Lerone Murphy, right? Aaron Pico got smashed. I mean, he got smashed in the end, but he looked pretty damn good up to that point. He was beating Lerone Murphy's ass. Mixed through the fight. Maybe he's looking for more money. Productions. I don't know what's wrong with Patchy Mix. I thought he was going to come in and, make a difference. I mean, listen, the guys that can beat Merab are the guys with real dangerous finishing ability. Somebody like Apache Mix, who's just lights out in the submission game. Somebody like Malcolm Wellmaker. I mean, he's one of the only guys at 135 right now that just looks like he's got the touch of death in that right hand. Pico's overrated. Haven't heard a word from Isaac. Nope, not a word. Neither from Harry Mack either. So, flashy but no fight IQ. If you're talking about Mix, then yeah. You can't rush on Murphy like that. Yeah, that was a little silly. I mean, Murphy's not been known to be dangerous, but Cody Haddon is a GOAT. Productions must be Australian. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's rough for Patchy Mix. Merab is the GOAT. You're not the biggest fan of Harry Mack. I'm not. Now, if he comes out and all this information is legit, I'll get back in his corner, but I'm very questionable. Very questionable stuff coming out from this Harry Mack fella. What else we got going on out there? I'm American, but I like Cody. I think Cody's interesting. I just don't really have an opinion one way or the other about him. I mean, I think I saw one fight of his on the regional scene. Didn't know much about him coming in. I'll be completely honest. Listen, fellas, you guys are more hardcore than I am. Cody hadn't had a granite chin, never seen him rocked. I mean, neither have I, but productions, you might have seen every single one of this guy's damn fights. I haven't seen that much, so props to you, my friend. Props to you. But can he eat bombs from Wellmaker? I don't know if anybody can. That's what I'm talking about. Wellmaker, Patchy Mix, these guys that are dangerous finishers, those are the only guys that can beat Marab. Those are the only guys that can do it. They're the only ones. You got to be able to finish this guy. All right. What should we look at? UFC 322. Oh, excuse me. He had a war with Urseg. I do remember hearing about that. I don't think I ever saw that one. Wellmaker might KO Marab. He looks like he's got some power. Hardcore, what's your favorite fight of all time? All right. My favorite fight, and it's a cliche one, but listen. We didn't have a lot of money. Couldn't afford the pay-per-views back in the day. So you know what I always caught? The top 25 fights of all time rewind. And you know which one I always sat and waited for? Rory McDonald versus Robbie Lawler. Yeah. For the belt. Sick fight. Whew. I mean, what can you say? Spitting the blood out. First rounds. Beautiful back and forth. Whew. What more can you say? Robbie Lawler. Rory McDonald. What's Jan's chance of beating Marab? Look, allegedly, had the groin injury, had some kind of hand injury. I don't know. But Dave, another one of my favorites, more recent, has got to be Yuri Prohaska versus Glover Teixeira. Just a freaking dogfight, man. Just a dogfight. 50-50, because Marab is so active, he will fight Wellmaker soon. I mean, if Wellmaker gets another knockout, and then another, and then another, and then another... Maybe put together 2 or 3 knockouts, he might be fighting Marab. I mean, 2027 maybe. Malcolm will chin him. That was good. Yep. That's fair. Top 3 for sure. What else do I like? What sticks out in my mind? I wasn't a big fan of the Conor McGregor-Nate Diaz fights. Now, people say those were like the best all times. Best fight was Yancey versus Cowboy. That's a good one I haven't seen in a very long time. That was a wild ending. Whew. What else, fellas? What else? Right? Like, whenever you ask me the question, I can't come up with anything. There's too many that I think about. What was a good one? Dude, another recent one. Rebecca Oralby. That one was sick. That's a good recent one. I've just got a bunch of recent ones on my mind. Yuri's a fun fighter to watch. Yuri, every fight. Dude, for real, Yuri. Yeah, but he gets beat up. He gets beat up too much. It's too one-sided. It's not a good back and forth necessarily. Then he just, like, turns the jets on and finishes them. He's probably my favorite fighter for sure, but... His fights, other than the Yuri versus Glover fight. Why am I thinking Glover Pereira? That's just stupid. Anyway, yeah. Yuri makes every fight chaos. I mean, again, Yuri is like Marab and Pantoja. You got to be able to put their lights out. Rakic was smashing Yuri. Dude, holy crap, yeah. Best fight of all time. Hendo versus Shogun 1. I mean, 2 was pretty good, too. Dude, that one's up there. The UFC top 25. Like, I was young at the time. I'm still pretty young, so I didn't come into the sport. I didn't catch a lot of the pay-per-views. But the top 25s they would run on, like, Fox or ESPN, those were the ones that I were like, oh, my God, yes. Azamat is the new KO King. I mean, he looked pretty damn good, knocking out Rakic with a freaking jab, basically. Rakic moving up to heavyweight. I think so, too. I think he should. He's a big guy. Look at what Kennedy and Zexiku's doing. Look at what Volter Walker's doing. Look at what Josh Hockett is doing. I mean, these are all guys that are basically light heavyweights. Jailton Almeida, too. I mean, look at how high up in the rankings he sits. Yeah, I say Rakic should move up. Why not? You're going to be faster. You're probably not going to be as easy to touch. At least the chin, it's not going to be able to get... They're not going to have easy access to it. You're going to be much faster than these guys. Much, much faster. That's still cooking a little bit. All right, Rakic versus Anthony Smith. Great display of leg kicks. Indeed. Yuri was losing that fight and came back with so much. Dude, that was really epic. I mean, talk about samurai mentality. That's how you take somebody's legs away. Smashed Roundtree, dude. Absolutely. Anyway, all right, fellas, you keep talking amongst yourselves. Let's take a look at this card. Outside of the Angela Hill Fatima Klein fight, now I know Klein is a local fighter-ish from that New York, New Jersey area, but Mateusz Camilo versus Vyacheslav Borshev, that's gonna be a fucking war. Eric Makanigo, Beisinger, Susakayev. Makanigo does not have it this one. This is not going to be the guy to stop Susakayev. I think Susakayev's getting a bit overrated, but I appreciate the eagerness to get back in there, the activity. It's awesome. JDM, third round KO, says Daniel. What's up, Daniel? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here very much. Beisinger, the GOAT. I'm not so sure yet, but 10-0, he's pretty solid. Again, Daniel, thank you, sir, for popping in. Dave Productions, we've been chopping it up for a bit. For what? 30 minutes now. Damn, fellas. What are we doing? Anyway, Beisinger, I think Makanico not gonna be the guy to stop him, okay? Last time out, who was it? Eric Nolan? Is that his name? I forget. The guy from, I don't remember anyway. But he put up a decent fight, but he's also a good prospect. So to say that like Makanico's gonna stop him here, I don't think so. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Chepe Mariscal versus Pat Sabatini. Yeah, we're gonna skip right over Angela Hill. I don't give a fuck. 18 and 15. Like, let's be honest here. We don't need to see this one. Gonna be my bathroom break, maybe my shower break. I mean, maybe can I fit can I go to church in that amount of time? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can figure anything out you want for that one, but I'm skipping it. Pat Sabatini, Chepe Mariscal is gonna be a fucking little dog scrap here with the fellas. Pat Sabatini, of course, jiu-jitsu off the charts. Can he get to Chepe Mariscal? Chepe's a bit stocky. I don't know if it's going to be that easy for him to get anything off here. We're going to just go through these real quickly. GM3, baby, he returns. He's going to shart all over Kyle Dawkins. No, I don't think so. Kyle Dawkins, the younger, stronger, hungrier fighter here. Gerald, I don't know if the fraud checks are still going to come out the bank, but maybe he could pull it off here. Kyle Dawkins, first round KO, easy. I'm afraid you might be right. But the third round comeback, Gerald Mearshart, he could still do it. I'm hoping and praying he could still do it. Just maybe. Anyway, Malcolm Wellmaker, Cody Adden, we've been talking about this. The Australian prospect versus the American with the heavy right hand. This one's going to be good. Because Cody Adden, he ain't no slouch. He's been brought in on short notice to be the layup. Wellmaker might lay him up, but I think he's a bit tougher than that. Chimaev sent GM3 to the gulag. Ooh. Yes, he did. He put him right out. Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. I mean, it's going to be one to watch and watch very closely from behind. But other than that, I don't got much commentary for you, fellas. If you guys want to talk about it in the chat, you can go ahead and throw some comments in there. I don't really. Number 3 versus 10. It's a rematch of their fight back in the day. Whatever. We got a stand-up war here. The jiu-jitsu ace, Gregory Rodriguez, has got power in his hands, and RoboCop's going to take it right to Roman Kopylov in this one. Roman Kopylov, he proved in that Paulo Costa fight that he's not quite so good at being the nail. This guy's a dangerous striker. Very, very fun to watch, Kopylov, but when you put the pressure on him, when he's not getting that pressure on you, not the same fighter at all. I could see Gregory walking right through this guy. I'm not joking. I think it's possible, but Roman Kopylov, always dangerous, throws way more head kicks than Gregory Rodriguez. He could pull something off here, so don't blink. That one's going to be good. And then Rodolfo Vieira, Bo Nickel. Rodolfo Vieira, everybody's hyping up Bo Nickel, of course. It's the comeback. Everybody's dunking on him, too. The other side of things, they're dunking on him. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Glad he's on the prelims. That's all I was asking for. But Rodolfo Vieira, I got to tell you, this guy's stand-up, the striking game, Trayshawn Gore, I believe, was his last time out. Looked pretty darn good in the stand-up, and we know his jiu-jitsu is really good. But a lot of his submissions, a lot of his work in jiu-jitsu came from top position. Go back and rewatch some of this stuff. Now, I'm not an expert. I didn't watch every match, but I've heard people say it, and I've seen it for myself. This guy, good with the takedowns, was dominant in that area in jiu-jitsu. Bo Nickel, not going to be taken down very easily. Not going to be ragdolled very easily unless you just take him off guard, absolutely. Maybe they get into some kind of exchange. Rodolfo kind of climbs on the back. Maybe he falls over. It's possible. But I trust Bo Nickel to have some good wrestling here. I hope that he can actually showcase the wrestling, do some good ground and pound on the jiu-jitsu guy. That's all I'm asking for here. Anyway, the top 5 of this card. The last 5 fights on this card, you could argue that it's probably the best best lineup of the entire year. But what a grappling match with Gordon Ryan. And he did. Wait, no. I'm thinking of. Am I thinking of Sean Brady or Bo Nickel? Who went? Sean, let me know. Appreciate you being here. Buddy. Which one was closer? Was it the Sean Brady or the Bo Nickel grappling match with Gordon Ryan? Or am I mixing the two up? They're both on the card, so they're both in my mind. Who grappled the closer match with Gordon Ryan? Was it Bo Nickel? Am I thinking of Bo Nickel? Let me know, Sean. Let me know. Don't leave me hanging here. I'm not a genius. The channel title might be hardcore, but listen, I'm not the hardest of hardcores. Unless we're talking about Tracy Cortez. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let me know, Sean. Let me drop it in the chat. Anyway. Bo Nickel, I think he can stay safe on the ground. Anyway, back to the top five. Top five on this one. Probably the best top five of the entire year. Yeah, Bo Nickel went 13 minutes, and he slammed Gordon Ryan. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Why do I feel like Sean Brady? Or did Sean Brady grapple with Craig Jones, or was it Mason Fowler? I don't know. Sean is our resident jiu-jitsu expert here. Ended up getting subbed at the end, though. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm right. Maybe you're right. Maybe we're both right. I don't know. I'm just spitting balling. Don't trust me. I'm not reliable. I'm just some idiot. Anyway, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Beneil Dariush. This one's going to be a slugfest, in my opinion, or a really nasty ground battle. Here between two guys. They just fight dirty. They fight mean, man. Sean, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you being here. Everybody, remember to like, share, sub, do the whole thing so we can keep this thing running, because, dude, I'm running on fumes. It's been a long fucking day, man. I can't remember shit. Beneil Dariush, Benoit. Dude, I'm looking forward to this one. This one's going to be a sick fight. Great fight to start off the main card. Even if they grapple, this one's not going to be boring, fellas. Not going to be boring. I don't even know who to pick here. Beneil's getting up there in age, but Benoit, he's not some young spring chicken either. I mean, he's got some real damage. He's worn some real damage throughout a couple of fights he's had in the UFC already. I'm excited. Can Benoit get one up on Beneil Dariush, the veteran, the crafty vet? Can Benoit overtake him and kind of jump into that, I don't know, top 8, 9, 7 range in the rankings of lightweight? Maybe he can. I mean, that loss to Moicano definitely doesn't bode well for him going forward, but Beneil Dariush got some damn good grappling too, so watch out for that one. Beneil Dariush might be upsetting the apple cart here, throwing a lot of people off. Anyway, we move right along. Carlos Prates, Leon Edwards, a striker's delight. Leon Edwards earlier this week said he's not going to wrestle, and he didn't say it in the way of like, oh, I'm going to knock this guy out. He said it like with such confidence and such dismissiveness towards Carlos' striking game. Now, I think Leon can wrestle, and if he gets in trouble, you know he's going to be shooting. But if I was Leon, somebody who could actually get a takedown on Kamaru Usman, I don't know why you don't wrestle here. I don't know why you don't. I don't care. I want Carlos Prates to knock this motherfucker out, to be honest with you. I mean, I appreciate what Leon's done, the head kick back in the day. I mean, it was an epic performance, epic showcase, but I don't care. Going to move to California pretty soon, ready for a change in climate. When everybody's moving east, Productions, you're moving west, back to California. Here in the United States, I mean, people have been very unhappy with California. I'm surprised you're moving that way, but listen, I had some family move out to California. They're absolutely loving it, so I don't know. I used to live in San Fran, but I'm going to move to L.A. Woo! Productions on the move, brother. On the move. I appreciate that. Appreciate you letting me know that one. Moving to the West Coast, part of the West Coast crew. Moving to a part of town that's totally safe. Will it be? Is it now? Interesting stuff there, my friend. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for you. That's a big move. Gonna be expensive too, so I hope all goes well for you. Rancho Palos Verdes. Sounds like a nice place. Rancho, throw that in there. I mean, all right. Maybe I'm getting hoodwinked here. Maybe I'm getting absolutely memed on here, but whatever. Carlos Prates, he's not as fast as Leon. Not as good as in grappling. We've seen it already, but this guy just fights mean. He gets aggressive. I'm thinking Alex Pereira, Ankalaev, David Onama, Steve Garcia. Leon Edwards is going to be ready for a sparring match, a slow-paced, pitter-pat, point fight. And Carlos Prates might just take it right into his grill, shut him down, and destroy him. It's possible, fellas. It's possible. But you guys let me know what you're thinking about this one. Shit, Miami ain't cheap. Yeah, it's a nice part of LA. I've been in Miami for way too long. It's too fucking hot. Rancho doesn't get out of the 70s all year. Woo. That sounds like beautiful weather. Sounds like beautiful weather. Sean Brady, Michael Morales, number 6 versus number 12 in the rankings. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. That's not true. That's the Tapology rankings. Forgive me there. Anyway, Sean Brady, Michael Morales. Michael Morales undefeated. Sean Brady 18-1. Only lost to Bilal Muhammad a few years ago via knockout. Michael Morales looks like an absolute stud. I mean, a little bit zesty here and there, but you know, we can forgive it. If he's going to be a sick fighter, he's going to be a sick fighter. But we're going to have to do better than just an old, retired, washed-up Gilbert Burns at this point to really prove to me that he's a number 1 contender. I think he's got all the athletic talent in the world. Technically, I don't think he's as impressive as Sean Brady in the grappling department. In the striking, he may be able to get the better of Sean, but Sean is stocky. He's sturdy. I mean, look at that dude's back. He's a fucking gorilla. This is going to be a tough one for Michael Morales to get it done. Dude, I don't even want to make picks for any of these fights because I'm just so excited to just sit back, let them unfold, and lay where they will. Judah, my friend, what's up? Who you got on this card? I just said it, man. I don't even want to make picks. I'm leaning JDM by some magical, mystical reason. I'm leaning Sean Brady. I'm leaning Prates. I'm leaning Wei Lee. I'm leaning Beneil Dariush because of that Moicano disastrous performance Benoit had, but I hope that something happened there. I just want to live somewhere that doesn't get hot. I'm willing to put up with the bad politics. Ooh, bad politics. Okay, that's your cup of tea, Productions. I hope all goes well for you because I know some people are just not liking how things are being run over there. I'm going to tell you my picks for the main card right now. Benoit, Carlos, Prates, Morales, Zhang, Islam. All right, Productions. Trust in it. Do you think Bilal is a better boxer than Islam? Throwing the kicks? Absolutely not. Islam, I think, is the better striker, more dangerous. Pure boxing 1 and 2. Bilal did get beat up by JDM. But the way that he got on the inside and pieced up Sean Brady, it's pretty impressive. I don't know. I gotta lean Islam. I think he's the better striker. Boxer? I haven't seen enough Islam Makhachev pure boxer. Like, I haven't seen him really. I mean, Dustin was catching him, but Dustin's damn good. I mean, Jack was catching Bilal. It's kind of like, I don't know, Sean. What do you think? Honestly, bro, my apartment in California is going to be much cheaper than my apartment in Miami. Dude, where are you living in Miami? Downtown high-rise? Jack smashed Bilal. I mean, he smashed Bilal, but Bilal had his moments. He had him busted and bloodied up, too. You can take Jack down, but it's very hard to hold him down. Yes, of course, the fucking scrambles, man. Everybody's talking about the scrambles. The way that he does that little takedown defense where he pushes you away with the elbows is so weird, man. Do you think Islam and Topuria is the biggest fight in the UFC? I think for the hardcore fans, Angel, I think that's the fucking fight to make, man. John Jones, Alex Pereira is going to get more push, but you know damn well John is literally going to just shoot on his hands and knees and crawl over to Alex. You know that's why he wants that fight. Islam is not the better striker. Then Bilal? Cheyenne. What are you talking about? Then Bilal? Bilal is good because he's a pressure fighter. He's like a Pantoja. He's like a Marab. He puts it all together. He makes himself dangerous by putting it all together. Craig's a savage of BJJ. He just got choked out. Oh, he just choked out Chael Sonnen. You mean Chael Sonnen pinned him on the mat 3 times. That's what you're talking about. Islam is better than Muhammad. In the striking, you guys. I hope you're talking about, I love John Jones more than Dana. I genuinely love John Jones. Dino. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. You think John Jones has some dirt on Dana? Is that why Dana's always, giving a little rub down, a little bit of that hanky panky, you know what I'm saying? Muhammad ain't that good. He's not that technically proficient, but he's a dog, dude. He gets after it. Chael Sonnen, the undefeated, 50-0. Never been stopped. The biggest arms in West Lynn. Dino, you know what's up. This sounds like a hardcore fan to me. Welcome in, Dino. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Let's plug in the camera here. Oh, it's shaking. We got to get that battery back up. It's falling apart. There we go. I think Bilal is a better boxer. Sean, I agree with you. I think I'm leaning that way. Now that you got the gears turning. Islam got better kicks and timing. Also, Dustin made Islam look human. And JDM has better boxing, better takedown defense, and is bigger. We have ourselves a hardcore fan, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Certified hardcore. Sean, what a guy. The more Islam delays this fight with Topuria, the last chance I see him winning. Ooh, the less you see him winning. Interesting there, Angel. I think Islam is running a little bit. I mean, that touch of death that Ilya has. I mean, we've been talking about touch of death. You know, shout out Wellmaker, shout out Alex Pereira, Carlos Prates. Ilya Topuria's got some fucking mitts on him. He's a dog. Fuck yeah, Bilal's tough. I mean, that's the only. Bilal's not that good. He's just fucking tough, and he mixes it all together. Judah, I'll take Makhachev, Shevchenko, Morales. Okay, Makhachev, Shevchenko, Morales, Edwards, Saint-Denis. All right. I'm with it. I can see a chance that Leon does win this one. If he gets the grappling going, if he can stay on the feet, I think he's faster than Carlos. Carlos is not exceptionally fast, but kind of like what Sean was alluding to. I almost forgot his name. I mean, for Christ's sake. I mean, there's like 4 people in here. There's like 3 or 4 people in here. I mean, come on. You'd think I'd be able to keep up, but I can't. Islam had really good knees. Yep. Topuria would smash Islam. Patty TKO Topuria on the ground. Whew. I don't know. Patty's 220 pounds. Find at 155. I think Patty could do some work. Actually, Weili. You're going Weili? I'm going Weili as well. I think that's going to be my pick, fellas. I just think she's going to be faster, stronger. I mean, but Shevchenko, man, she is just really technically proficient. Even at her, I don't know, what is she, 37? I mean, the way that she just beat up on Ferro, I feel like Topuria got all the advantages and the less mileage on his body. Islam is 35 while Topuria is 28. But I do feel this fight is going to be one of those fights that breaks over 1 million pay-per-view buys. I don't know, man. I mean, they're not going to sell a pay-per-view. It's going to be on Paramount+. Angel, you might be down in, Angel sounds like a potentially South American name. I don't know if there's still pay-per-view down there. If you're still in America, I don't know what's going on there. Actually, Weili, yep, we read that one. Magdalena. Shout out Magdalena. No, Jack Della Maddalena is going to win. Eddie, what's up, man? Well, how's it going? Appreciate you. Topuria would smash him. Weili is younger. Yes, she is. And she's faster. She's an absolute fucking unit. You seen the embedded episodes? You see her working out? I wonder if that's a woman. I wonder. Because she is fucking jacked. I think he can beat Jack, but I don't think he can beat Ilya. Dude. Islam doesn't have that one-shot KO power. Now, he did Volk bad, but come on. When has he ever done that aside from that? And Ilya, the way that he fucking reversed position on Charles when Charles got him down instantly. Had him in a fucking, what did he have him in, a fucking crucifix? No, I'm in California, but I feel like Dana's BS about no more pay-per-view. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's not all up to Dana either. Let's be fair. Dana's catching a lot of heat for the politics this week, but we're not a political show, Angel. Don't worry. That was Volk off the couch. Exactly. So, very dangerous on the ground. I think he's really strong. If they fight at 170, I got to go with Islam just because of the size. Now, if Islam's killing himself to get to 155, because Ilya's a pretty small 55er. Sean, I might have to take your hardcore status away from you, buddy. I mean, this was like two months, not 2 weeks. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. Volk took it on 11 days' notice. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think 11 days' notice versus Islam Makhachev. He had been knocked out by Ilya Topuria literally like 2.5 or 3 months earlier. Knocked the fuck out, like cold. You're not supposed to come back for at least 6 months. Now, of course, Muay Thai is a different story. You know, over in Thailand, kickboxing, different story. Volk in the first fight gave him a tough fight. Dude, it was super close. Super close. All right. You guys let me know what's cooking. We still got 5 people hanging out in this dumbass chat on this dumbass channel. But we're having fun. We're chopping it up. Gives us something to do. Gives me something to do, because otherwise I'd just be talking to myself, talking out my ass. Probably talking to my fucking pillow. I mean, what are we doing here? Anyway, we got the double live stream here. Western Mass came in, said it wasn't really working properly. I don't know what's going on. Judah, it looks like he's throwing in some vertical chats there. I don't know what the fuck's up with this thing. You know what would be crazy if Ilya beats Islam and Habib? Come out of nowhere or out of retirement to get revenge. That would be perfect scenario if Habib completed his perfect. As much as that would be fucking epic. And then Conor comes back and you just bring in the whole thing. And then Conor moves up to fucking 205 and he fights Pereira and John Jones. We're living in a dream scenario, Angel. I wish something like that could happen, but I just don't think so. We're not getting a GSP comeback. You're an awesome channel, bro. Honestly, what do you think about Armand Dan Hooker? Sick fight. Let's pump the brakes. Let's pump the brakes. That's gonna be a good one. I think Dan Hooker might get taken down and easily subbed, but I hope that he does what he did against Gamrot. I miss Goldie. Goldie, what's up? That is a beautiful looking dog there. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. Shevchenko will fuck Weili into a decision win. I'm a little worried that might happen, Goldie. I'm not going to lie to you. Who you got on the Edwards fight? I'm going to go with my boy Carlos Prates. I think Leon Edwards has had his heyday. I think it's over for him. But don't be surprised. Kind of like Goldie saying with Shevchenko, if this is a slow, methodical point fight. But I expect Carlos Prates is going to come out, shot out of cannon. Like a Steve Garcia over David Onama, like an Alex Pereira over Magomed. I think he could smoke him early if he wants to get him. Edwards wins decision. Goldie, so pessimistic. You're even worse than I am. I'm the hardcore hater here. I mean, that's just the channel name. I'm not some weirdo. Anyway. Don't be so pessimistic. Let us enjoy the card. L. Boston. Why are you bitching about? I'm bitching about everything. That's what we're here for. Jan Blachowicz, Bogdan, who you got? Gotta hang with my boy. Blachowicz. Blah, blah, blah. Stop mumbling. You're an idiot. I just called myself an idiot. Pessimistic fuck. Boston. Who you calling pessimistic fuck? I mean, you can call me that all you want. Maybe you're saying that to Goldie, but let's play nice. Brandon Moreno or Tyra. Oh, Tatsuro Tyra. I forgot that was going to be on the December card. The December card is so loaded, but Boston, welcome in. Let's play nice. Don't get too nasty. Everybody, don't get your feelings hurt. We're here to battle. We're here to fight. We're here to have fun. Oh, Boston likes my vibe. Maybe he likes Goldie's vibe. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand the chats, man. I don't get it. I'm just reading them. Prates doesn't have volume of wrestling. Prates will just hunt for a KO and get behind in volume and lose a decision. Leon will grapple round 3. That would be the smart move. What do you think about Malcolm and Haddon fight? I wasn't here for it. I'm pretty excited for that fight. I'm very excited for the entire prelim card, aside from the fucking Fatima Klein, Angela Hill fight. I mean, we got a good one. Banger to start off the card. A layup probably for Susurkayev. A scrap between the jiu-jitsu guy Sabatini and Chepe Mariscal, who's just a fucking gritty dog. We got a prospect versus the old GM3. He's going to shard all over Kyle Dawkins. Probably not. I'm probably lying there. Cody Adden, Malcolm Wellmaker. Dude. I mean, what more can you ask for? Oof. Just cracked my jaw there. What the hell's going on? To be honest, the heavyweight division is literally the only 4 big names are Tom, Alex, John, Francis. Yeah, pretty much. Slava Claus. Tom Nolan's not on the card, but he's pretty damn good as well. Do you think Shevchenko can bend Weili over? Whoa, Goldie, whoa! I don't know if Shevchenko can do that. I think Weili seems like the more dominant out of the 2 of them, but it is what it is. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin, thank you, King. What are we alluding to here? The Middle East fights? Is that what we're talking about? We talking about Middle East fights here, or what are we referring to here? What would you do if Islam was glued to your legs? I don't know. Probably just have to lay over and die. I don't know, man. I'd be dead. I mean, you'd just be dead, right? I mean, eventually. No, Trump putting National Guard in our cities. All right. That's cool. We're not a politics channel here, King. We're not a politics channel here. If you're looking for politics, this ain't the place to be. Sports are filled with politics. Just a FYI for everybody. Sports are filled with politics. Politics is ingrained in all sports, so don't bitch about too much. I mean, it is what it is. You got to just enjoy the fights for what they are. Politics aside, you can like or dislike whoever you want as a fighter because of their political opinions, whatever. But you have to appreciate all these guys that are stepping in the cage. You got to respect them all. I don't care what their political beliefs are. Let's keep it MMA here. King, we appreciate you being here. I'd love to talk more MMA with you. I mean, you're here for a reason, so maybe jump in here with some MMA takes. Would love to hear it. Respect. I liked your video about Herb Dean. Thank you, Productions. This ain't politics. Keep it MMA. Listen, everybody's open to having their own thing. But that's the fucking problem, dude. I see all these fucking TikTokers. I'm a right-wing TikTok influencer for MMA, and I'm a left-wing TikToker for MMA. I'm just like, what the fuck do I want to listen to any of that shit for, you know? I'm not going to you because you're left-wing. I'm not going to you because you're right-wing. I want to fucking listen to your goddamn MMA takes, not that bullshit. Okay? Come on. Big card this weekend. Eddie, you're right. Let's keep it to the fight cards. I mean, we got one championship if anybody wants to talk about that. If I was casual, I'd pick JDM by KO, but because I have no life, I'm picking Islam by wrestling. Fucking tons of control. Stop it, Goldie. Stop it. This fight card could be boring as fuck. I know it, but I don't want to believe it. Sorry for the scrolling, rapid scrolling there. Sorry. They need to make it a file. They need to make it a file to even a foul. They need to make it a foul to even extend your fingers towards the eye. It's literally in the fucking rule book, boys. I agree with that shit, man. That's 100% true. 100% true. That needs to be a rule. Yep. Yes, sir. Made a video on it earlier. You guys can check it out if you want. It was just a short, but I mean, we can talk about that here. I mean, I can pull it up here if you want. Who do you think will be Volk's next opponent? I want Diego Lopez rematch, but I have a feeling it might be Aljo. Aljo? Angel? No. It needs to be Lerone Murphy. Capitalize on the big moment. The dude showed up on late notice and got a fantastic finish. Give it to Lerone Murphy. Now, obviously, the question in the room is Movsar Evloev. He probably deserves it. He's the most deserving meritocratically, right? Based on his resume, it's probably Movsar, but you got to give it to Lerone. You got to give it to Lerone, fellas. Champ's legacy close fight, or legacy fight close in age. I think Diego, he could easily be back in there. Super dangerous. Had that great finish over Gene Silva. Goldie, you sound even more pessimistic than I am. You sound even more of a hardcore than I am. I appreciate you. I'm not the only one. I gotta be. Listen, dude, this fucking card from top to bottom is exactly what I'm looking for a pay-per-view. I mean, we already talked about it. We got great fights other than the stinker Angela Hill. Even Tracy Cortez and Aaron Blanchfield, at least it's a high-ranking matchup, but I got to be honest with you fellas, I don't know about you guys. I'm not big on the women's MMA unless it's Shevchenko versus Wei Li or Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. Just don't really care. Who wins in a first-to-grab-your-legs contest? Hamzat Islam, Jimmy Savall, I can't spell. Hamzat sprinting across the cage is terrifying. Islam might have the better control, you might say. I mean, Hamzat controlled Drickus for like 25 minutes and did no damage. That was very odd. Volk versus Steve Garcia. Once he wins at least one or two more fights would be absolutely sick. I think so too. Steve Garcia, dude, he had an interview with Ariel. Great shit. Excuse me. That dude is stone cold. Like that motherfucker is serious. He's ready to throw down with anybody. Anybody. Again, remember, we got a couple new people in here. Angel, Goldie, who else we had? We had Eddie in here. Eddie, I don't know what it was. Who else we had? King was in here talking politics. That's not our place, but he's welcome to jump in here and talk as well. We got Boston, Sean. I mean, how many other people we had in here? We had some other people. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm not trying to be famous. I ain't even trying to make money off this. But I needed to be, I need somebody to show up to a live stream here and there. Otherwise, it's kind of just me talking out of my ass. Like, I either got to, I don't have enough time. I'm working multiple jobs. I either got to make videos or live stream. So we're going to have to, if you guys can't show up to the live streams, we're going to just have to start pumping videos out there. You know what I'm saying? Gene Silva checks Steve Garcia. That aggressive style will cost his. Oh, Goldie, you're too realistic here. Too realistic. I think you're right. I'm gonna be so mad if Islam fumbles the bag and loses to Jack. That would just ruin the Topuria fight. If he loses, does he go back down to 155 though? Angel. I don't know, man. The fight needs him to win to set up that fight, but who do you got? Listen, if they both lost their next 2 fights and they fought after that, I know the hardcore or the casual fans wouldn't get into it. You know damn well we'd all still show up for that fight. I'd still be just as excited for it. Hamza Chimaev's in the chat. No way, guys. No way. He's actually here. Islam is the GOAT if he wins. I don't give a fuck. Dude, hard to argue. Let's be realistic if he's not going to go down there. I don't think he's going to go down there, but who knows? If he loses, gets humiliated, maybe he goes back down. Islam was wrestling since he was 5 years old. How can JDM beat the rat? Stop. Stop it. Listen, Volkanovski did very well, but he's a stockier guy. Harder to get a hold of in the grappling, right? Right, Goldie? I don't know. I have my doubts, but don't put him in my head. I got some magical, mystical reason that need I say anything else? I mean, Sean, you might as well just take the show over now. Bilal's ass on my left ass cheek. Bilal, dude, he's a pressure fighter. I'm talking Marab, Pantoja. We've already said this before. He's not that great anywhere technically, but he's just damn good, man. He's just damn good at putting it all together. Bo Nickel, Rodolfo Vieira. It's going to be a fun one. But I really want to know your prediction for that fight, man. We all want to see, man. Ilya Islam? If it's at 170, I got to go Islam, man. I thought I already said that. Maybe I didn't. I think he's just too big. Ilya's not even a big 155er. He's not even big for 155. I think Shevchenko's the most skilled fighter, man or woman in the UFC. Because of how dedicated she is to the craft and just training every day, traveling the world, like she's definitely up there, and that's probably why she's so damn good at her age. She's not like the fastest, she's not the strongest, she's not the most powerful. She's just one of the most technically proficient fighters. That's not a crazy take. As much as I disrespect all the ladies sometimes, not crazy. Jack gets an 18-fight win streak in the UFC. Y'all sleeping on his skills. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Jack, but a lot of people are sleeping on Islam Makhachev's striking. Isn't he only like 5'7"? Angel, I know. Exactly. That's my point. If this is 170, I just don't see it. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Somebody liked my tweet. Oh, my goodness. I'm practically famous. What else do we even have to one. We got to talk about one. Who else is watching one championship this weekend? Who else is pulling an all-nighter with me? This card is absolutely loaded. Loaded from top to bottom. 2 days, 23 hours, 55 minutes. We are not far away, fellas. Not far away at all. But I feel like he really wouldn't make the jumps. The jumps up in weight. Oh, in an interview, Islam said he's having a hard time putting on the weight, right? I heard that as well, but he's also having a hard time cutting down to 155. He'd be a good guy for 165, right? Jack will be problematic if he can keep the rat standing. Hopefully we don't get the Hamzat DDP. Goldie, you sound like me. I think I found my twin. Goldie's my twin. Make it happen. Whew. I don't know, fellas. This is going to be a rough weekend. We might be up for 48 hours straight. I'm not even joking with you. It's hard for me to get excited about this one championship card. It's like, it's the best card they've put on since 1X, Demetrius versus Rodtang, and all that mess. Got like 6 or 7 title bouts. Anpo, Gregorian, Takeru versus Puric. Superlick versus Yuki Yoza. Tyru Tolo fighting in MMA. That's going to be interesting to see. Badoni's making his debut in grappling. Probably fall asleep during that one. Peacock, the one-armed man. Heavyweight MMA. Shinya Aoki's back. That's right. Yep, Aoki is still alive. And Rui versus Akimoto is absolutely sick. MMA Guru is living in a world I want to live in. He's predicting JDM by KO round 3. I haven't seen Guru's predictions yet, Goldie, but there's something magical in the air. I'm having my doubts, but I think it's possible. I think he can get it done. The way that he was spinning Bilal's head around, Bilal's got the chin of a fucking, I don't know. Do you still want Tom versus Joan? Me personally, never into that fight. The real heavyweight fight I want to see was John versus Francis. I want to see both. If John's gonna come back, it's gotta be Tom. I just don't think they're ever gonna do Francis John, but I mean it would be sick. Francis is already turning on the PFL. I don't know if you guys saw that news. Francis already ditching the PFL. I think Dana White might have been right about this guy. I think he puts on a nice facade, and he's really a manipulative son of a bitch. Francis might not be a native English speaker, but that motherfucker is smart as hell. Like, when you watch his interviews, he's processing things, and he's saying things that are intelligent. People might not think he's very smart because the English doesn't come across all that great, but he's a smart guy. Like, he's smart as hell. People forget, man. Shevchenko got her body kicked this time. People forget, man. This is true. What are we doing? Brady will fuck Morales by submission. I think Morales is a hell of an athlete. He's got that wrestling background from either his mom or his dad, one of them. Don't be surprised if Morales wins, but Goldie, I want to lean Sean Brady as well. I trust him. I think he's getting better. Morales, I feel like might be coasting off the athleticism a bit here. It's kind of just my opinion about the guy, but again, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. All right. What are we looking at? Are you guys looking forward to this one card, or is this just me? Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just pulling an all-nighter for no reason. Nabil, Stamp, Superlek. I mean, come on, fellas. Come on. If you're not watching one championship, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your lives? I mean, if you're not staying up all night, I don't know what you're doing. Do I think if Tom would have continued his previous fight, do you think he would have won? Me personally, I thought he was going to lose. It's a 5-round fight, man. It's a 5-round fight. And Cyril Gane, was he beating up on him a little bit? Yeah, but not by much. So it's hard to say. I mean, I think that fight went about how I thought it was going to go. Cyril was going to point fight out at range, and then Tom Aspinall probably going to get to him and crack the chin at some point. So hard to say. He was definitely losing the first round, but not by a ton. And Cyril Gane looked good, better than I thought he would. So was it a factor? Were the eye pokes a factor in that takedown? It looked like it. It looked like it. Tulio sold my shit last week. What a cunt. That was disappointing for Tulio, but a hell of a fight, though. I was working, man. I missed it. I missed it live, but I gotta catch it afterwards. It was awesome. Awesome fight. Great fight. 2 absolute warriors at middleweight. Now, Christian Leroy Duncan hasn't been quite as much of a warrior. Had a couple of lackluster performances, but he brought the pressure last weekend, and man, I was glad he did. Glad he did. It's up in the air for me. Bro, I watched that back. Tom was only behind a few strikes, but I think the Rudolph nose was embarrassing. Yeah, but I mean, again, I've said this in live streams before. I get bloody noses for no fucking reason. I smashed my nose on my bed one time, standing up into my bed years ago, and I get nosebleeds every once in a while when the weather changes. Dude, that was like nothing. You could flick my nose right now and I'd be bleeding more than Tom Aspinall was. So, I don't know. Man, but how are you to complain about an eye poke but want to fight John? Yeah. Hopefully they change the rules. I mean, we can pull that up. I made a video about it earlier. The whole eye poke situation. You could literally go to the UFC's website. You can literally go to the rules on the website of the UFC. Unified Rules of Mixed Martial Arts. I made a video earlier. We're going to go through it again. I don't want to hear John beats Tom because I rewatched John versus Stipe and John looked like he was moving in slow motion. Hey, John Jones lost a round to Stipe Miocic. 79-year-old Stipe Miocic. Guy was moving around like my fucking great-great-great-grandpa at 175 years old. Beat up on him in the first round, knocked him out. Fantastic finish, but that second round, he lost. Arguably lost. Now, I don't think he lost, but it was very close. Back and forth battle with fucking 97-year-old Stipe Miocic. You guys, if you're watching this, go ahead and read that. I'll give you 2 seconds while I get another drink of water here. Oh, I'm blocking it. All right, look. I don't know if you guys can even read it. I got too much shit on the screen now. Fingers outstretched towards an opponent's face or eyes. In a standing position, a fighter that moves their arms toward their opponent with an open hand, fingers pointed at their opponent's face will be a foul. Then take a fucking point next time, motherfuckers. Why are you not doing this? No consequences. No accountability. Nothing. Who wins, Kayla or Amanda Nunes? I think Nunes could kill her, but the inactivity might cost her. This is true. What kind of shape is she going to be in? Kayla's going to shoot in on those takedowns. I think Amanda could fucking smoke her. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about Tom, but I just feel like he doesn't have a heart of this man. DC eye poke was worse. Angel. Listen to me loud and clear here. Listen to me. You don't think if Tom Aspinall did not get the favor of the refs that he wouldn't have continued and he would have just laid on the floor and let Cyril Gahn kick the ever-living shit out of him? No. DC got fucked in the ass by Mark Goddard. He didn't call a foul when there was a clear eye poke. Didn't have replay, didn't have the ability to rewind the clock, reround the tape, whatever you want to call it. Tom Aspinall, it got caught by the referees. They saw it. He did the right thing. I was fucking pissed about it, but he did the right thing. Listen to me, Angel. Listen to me, everybody out there. DC got fucked. DC, if he had stopped there, might have stopped. Might have quit. If the referees caught it, but they didn't. Would you rather have Hamzat holding a crucifix for 1 hour or let your mom get fucked by DC? DC's a pretty nice guy, man. Pretty big teddy bear. Nice, loving character. I'll sacrifice the crucifix position, in all honesty, Goldie, but DC's a nice guy. DC's a nice guy. Wouldn't mind having him around. All right. That might do it for me, fellas. I don't know what's going on out there. How many people we even got watching? I don't know how to keep up with that. I don't know how to see it. I guess we could always check the YouTubes. If it'll load. What's going on here? Oh, Luke Thomas has more political videos. Great. Love to see that. Don't care. What's going on out there, guys? Let me know what's going on. Let me know if you want to talk about anything else before we jump out of here, because we still got a couple things we could talk about, but it's getting late. Chat's slowing down a little bit. Appreciate Goldie. Appreciate Angel. Angel, I'm not mad at you. I just... Come on. Come on. It's cold in downtown Miami. How cold is it in Miami? Miami, Florida, they're usually chilling, smoking. Production's having a good time out there. We might have to call it, fellas. It's getting late. Watching some Jack Della fights. Hey, good on you. Good on you. I can't spend the time doing tape study. That's why I can't pick the fights. I don't have enough time. I'm on here. I'm busy. Busy doing this for the boys. Maybe some ladies out there lurking. You never know. You never know. Hardcore Hater is the GOAT. Are you going to stream tomorrow? Hopefully. I'm just trolling, bro. I got to go now. I enjoyed the stream. Keep grinding. You'll make it someday. Listen, Goldie, we're not trying to make it. We're just trying to have some fun here, brother. He smashed some guys in the UFC. Yep. Goldie, thank you for being there. Make sure you subscribe. Do the fucking ring the bell shit. That way you know when we're streaming. That way you can jump in here. You sound like my twin brother. You're like my exact personality here from the sounds of it, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just romanticizing things, Goldie. I don't know. But I appreciate you being here. And yeah, we're gonna move right along. Hopefully we can stream tomorrow. I'm not trying to make it big time. I don't really want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be famous, but shit, if more people want to watch this dumbass stream, I'm all for it. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, Jack and Danny Roberts. Okay, good fight. Smashed him. Ay. All right, we'll do one last run through the Twitter. See if there's any breaking news. Ooh, crack in the neck. I think this is what we were talking about. Bit of a dream here. Islam Makhachev says, I'm not just a grappler, I can strike. And everybody in the world is saying, do it. I dare you. I dare you to try to strike with JDM. A killer on the feet like JDM. Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll buy into the hype. Maybe he'll fall right into JDM's trap. We'll see. We'll see. I think Islam is going to get to him. I can see the water. Dude, it must be sick. We got a rich man in the chat. We got a rich boy in the chat. Productions isn't a rich man over there. Living in the Miami high-rises. I think Islam is going to get to him. I think he's going to get to him as well, but who knows? What do you think about Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? Hopefully Anthony just smokes him. I don't really know if that fight's even going to happen, to be honest, Productions. I think we were talking about that earlier in the stream, kind of like, is he going to pull out of that even if they put it together? Like, does he actually have the balls to do it? He'll earn my respect if he actually gets in there with Anthony Joshua. Speaking of, Anthony Joshua would do Jake Paul within 2 minutes. Oof. Utter decapitation. Utter decapitation. That would be rough for Jake Paul, in my opinion. But you know what? If he's trying to just have one last hoorah, that's all right by me. I mean, to be fair, John did almost get his arm ripped off by Vitor, destroyed Sonnen with a dislocated toe. Tom got checked one time and instantly fell to the ground. He blew his fucking knee out, Angel. Stop being stupid. Stop being a dumbass, bro. Come on. Submission. The fucking toe. It's a fucking toe, man. You're in a fight. Tom fucking blew his knee out. Who the fuck are you listening to giving you this bullshit information, Angel? Think for yourself, man. Think. It was a fucking foul. He fucking blew his knee out. You can be a John Jones fan all you want, but what the fuck are you talking about, man? a real injury, basically a non-contact injury. John Jones got his arm ripped apart by Vitor Belfort. How the fuck did that happen? Because he fell into that position and Vitor took advantage, got the armbar, nearly ripped his fucking arm off. I'm spitting all over the place. You got me so mad, Angel. Come on, man. Don't do this. Don't be stupid. Don't be fucking stupid. Come on. Totally different situations. Totally different situations. Not the same at all. Also, if you want to bring up the Tom Aspinall tapping on the regional scene, it's fucking regional MMA. They're making $500, $1,000, $2,000, but he never quit. Good for him. Good for him. Why the fuck would you keep fighting if you blew your fucking knee out? You can't walk. How the fuck are you going to fight if you can't walk? Angel, let me rip your knee socket in half and then go ahead and fight Curtis Blades. Please. If John Jones blew his knee out, he wouldn't have kept fucking fighting. The Vitor Belfort fight, because this man doesn't have the heart for the... What the fuck are you talking about? This motherfucker who took the Sergey Pavlovich fight on what? 10 fucking days notice? Flew across the entire fucking world and knocked a killer like Sergey Pavlovich out in 60 seconds? That dude doesn't have the heart to fight? Angel, come on, man. Come on, man. John Jones was a tough motherfucker back in the day. But if he blew his knee out, I literally have never seen a man blow his knee out completely, not just a tear, not just a strain, and fall to the fucking floor. If it was that, it could have been so bad that he couldn't actually walk on it. And you're expecting him to fucking fight? This ain't a fucking street fight with no rules. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? This is stupid. Stupid. You can be a John Jones fan all you want. You can suck his dick all you want, but come on. What else do I got on my mind, bro? I got what's on my mind is Angel might be sucking John Jones' dick right now, but Angel. No. Now, it was fucking no. We can back up. TJ blew his shoulder out against Al. I have terrible shoulders. I can slip my shoulder out of socket. It don't hurt. TJ blew his shoulder out against Aljo. No. The painful part of dislocating your shoulder is completely different. It's not a leg. It's not a leg. He wasn't walking around on his arms. He blew his shoulder out months before, and then it kept slipping out of socket. My shoulder, if I could take my shirt off right now, I mean, we're getting crazy in here, Angel. My shoulder, there's a bone, it slips out of its socket. I got terrible ligaments in there, okay? Myself. Had some injuries myself. Shit happens. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt me. A dislocated shoulder hurts like fuck, but you can still use your other arm and your legs to walk. John Jones, when he had that incident with Vitor in the fight, it was badass. But he was beating up on Vitor anyway, so come on. Be serious here, Angel. I appreciate the comments, but let's grow out of the casual bullshit, okay? This is just, there's different situations for everything. Not every situation is the same. It's fighting. Shit happens. A lot of shit happens. A lot of crazy shit happens. A lot of crazy shit happens. But Angel, I appreciate you pushing back. Gives us something to talk about, right? It's kind of fun to just bullshit back and forth. As stupid as I think that is, it's true. TJ pushed through it, but he also didn't have the belt. So what do you think he's going to do? If I say so. I'd love to see you get in the cage. I'd love to see it, Angel. Have you ever dislocated your shoulder? Have you ever blown out your knee? Have you ever been poked in the eyes, my friend? Let's get out of this casual bullshit and wake up, move on. You can appreciate and enjoy John Jones as much as you want. But be real here. Let's be real here. This is kind of stupid. Anyway, Angel, I appreciate you nonetheless, my friend. Appreciate you nonetheless. I had a torn ACL. Okay. How am I even supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to believe you, man? I've torn my fucking shoulder out. I don't want to fight with that. I don't want to fight. He was old. TJ was old. Blew his shoulder out. Wasn't the champion. Was looking to get back in the title picture. It was desperation. John Jones, desperation. Had to pull out of that armbar, otherwise he was losing the fucking fight. Tom Aspinall blew his knee out at the beginning of a fight. He can't walk on it. He got eye poked in the first round. Can't see. He's already the champion. There's nothing really to lose if he gets out of that fight because he can't fucking see. Anyway, Angel, hope your ACL wasn't that badly damaged. Bro, I've played football in high school. Shit hurts, but I guess you have a point. Listen, Angel, you sound like a casual. We're trying to bring you in. We're trying to rope you in. Not everything is as you might see it on social media. I don't know where you're getting this information. Look, I'll be honest. It looks from the outside, if you're not in the weeds with it, it looks like he's a quitter. Looks like these guys are quitters. But they're not, man. How the fuck do you get in a cage and you're a pussy? Alcohol, marijuana. That's what's on production's mind. Anyway, what's on my mind is, Angel, I appreciate you being here, my friend. Seriously. I'm getting mad at you, but listen. Tom must have got poked really bad, man. He's not a quitter. I mean, listen. Again, he flew across the world on 10 days' notice and fought an absolute killer. I don't know who Damon Jackson is. Oh, boy. Damon Jackson. Shout out to Damon Jackson. Anyway, thank you, boys, for being here. Thank you, Angel, for giving me some fucking bullshit to yap about. And Productions, always repping the channel. We don't have an update on Tom's eye. No, we don't, but that's going to be it for me, fellas. You guys have a good night. We're going to call it quits there. Ayman Zahabi's the GOAT. I mean, he might work his way up there. You never know. But, again, this is going to be it for me. Been a fun time hanging with you, fellas. Maybe we'll get back on this thing tomorrow. Hopefully we can get some things going here. Keep cooking. It's been a busy week for me. I mean, we got big-time fights coming up this weekend, so you guys enjoy. If I don't see you till Sunday, then I don't see you till Sunday, but you guys have a good one. Appreciate you all for being here very much so. And I guess we'll call it quits if I can find the end stream button somewhere up there. You guys have a good night. Angel, everybody who dropped in here, really appreciate you. You guys have a good one. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe. Do the whole thing. Let's keep this thing going. Let's keep the train moving along. And I'll see you guys next time, man.